We're live! Can we get a mic check, Ferret?
Maybe.
There we go,
Maybe
okay.
Yeah.
Hold on, my window feels a little small to me. Give me a second. It's gonna fuck up the OBS part, but I need the window to be bigger so I can see what's going on.
Yeah, you might want that.
There we go.
Yo, I landed cool.
Ayo, hold on. This guy's 6th birthday, yippee. Alright. Ayo, right on the edge, look at that!
Yeah.
I might go put on my,
I'm gonna go grab my dailies real quick.
Understandable, I don't have mine yet either.
Jellyfish. Orange light. Sapling. Hide and seek pioneer.
There and there. Alright. Let me just collect this last candle over here. Perfect. Ooh, I do want to put on the stuff I got from previous anniversaries. It just feels like a fun little thing I can do.
Yeah.
That's the wrong button. It's this button. Okay, I think I've got... I got the first anniversary party hat. Perfect.
Party hat.
Hold on. And I'll throw on the little anniversary shirt and pants set. I'm gonna look so stylish. And we got Retro Play saying, "Hi Jube, how you been? I've been good." And the Battle Droid has arrived. Hello, welcome. We're doing the Sky Anniversary today.
It's going on for 6 weeks, so...
My controller's a little sticky. It's a little annoying, but I can deal with it. Yeah, no, it's getting stuck when I put the thing down. Remember 30 free tickets in theater next to Die Shop? True. My throat hurts a bit, but I'm fine. Pat, dude. Hope you feel better soon. Have you tried warm water with honey? I've got a bunch of them because I've been playing since... Well, I played on and off once the... during the early updates.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got first anniversary, second anniversary, third. I just barely missed out on the fourth.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that's the one I'm missing for my Sky Anniversary things. Is like I stopped playing around the time of the 4th anniversary. Completely missed out. Something the nice wizard would wear. Look at me. I got big baggy top and shorts. Can't we just use the movie clapboard to start some Sky? Hell yeah. Little butterfly wings. Oh, this is gonna be so annoying, the fact that my right joystick gets stuck pointing down.
Yeah?
Hold on, let me just rotate this thing randomly, see if it... Right, so I can't just trust it to return to the center. Does that wireframe cape have any special uses? You mean this one?
I believe so. I think it takes you to like the um
Yes, it does. It can take you to the memory space of the item.
yeah, which would be
Oh, I didn't mean to
like
do that. But yeah, let's see
oh,
it. I accidentally clicked to go there. I go between different games using this same controller, so my brain gets mixed up.
hmm.
Oh, it takes me to the concert space from, like, where the aviary village is a concert space.
Hmm.
Right, I'm gonna rejoin on you.
No, I'm gonna rejoin on you, see what you're seeing.
Oh, I don't think you can come in if I don't drag you in.
Nope. I'm heading there, I guess.
Well, let me know if it works. Oh, it
Yep.
does. Probably because it is around the right time of, for the concert space to be open. Good, I'm planning to
I
buy
think
it.
it
I'm
just
a
takes you to the anniversary.
The cape is from
Stuff.
last year, though. I'm not sure if you can get it this year. No, that's cool. Could wear my Aurora wings.
I can do that too.
Sure. You can buy it in the same place as the office cape and get to... You can buy the wireframe cape outside of the 5th anniversary thing? Dang. Thought that was a limited time
I'd go
thing.
check, but I bought that a while ago.
Since I have it, it probably wouldn't show up there for me either.
Yeah. Like, I get the reason why it's a hat, but also it removed my Moomin ears and I am upset.
I don't know, I think I just kind of want to go with something minimal, because the shirt has kind of a casual feel to it. Yeah, I think this is good. I do want to change my hair, though. The spiky Days of Nature hair is not vibing with this. Double hat!
Two hat Mikey. Oh my god, my Sky Kid.
Oh my god. I could go with the cat ears. Haven't had a reason to wear these. Might go with this. It's kind of fun. Could be Benui. Or just have some messy hair. This is why I usually do character customization off of stream, because I can spend hours. Been having server bugs. There were behind two scenarios of having the warp. And the... Dang. I could do the Aurora hair. Hold on. The hat moves up to perch on top of the mohawk.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I think this hair is one of my favorites now.
It is a really good hair. I like this one. It's like an upgraded version of the base hair. I also have this one. This is also from the Season of Flight.
Ah, yes.
Same as this one. This is the one where the bird normally sits on your head.
Oh, okay.
Uh...
And the white is so that if the bird poops in your hair, you don't see it. Understood.
Let's see. Now I am curious about... Oh, that is really cute! Anyway. I got my 2nd anniversary one, 3rd anniversary one, which is also a little crown. A lot more of a pronounced little one. I'll go with the party hat. Something superiority of having been playing the game since the beginning.
Yeah.
Let's put on... Could throw on an umbrella. Handpan. Perfect. I'm ready to go.
Handpan.
Yeah. Handpan.
Marimba.
I've only ever heard it called a handpan.
Xylophone.
Marimba. Xylophone.
It's the guy who plays the video game music on the different instruments.
I like putting every possible accessory on my head to make it look like a jumbled mess. Yeah, that is kind of fun. I like wearing the wizard hair from Season of Mischief and then shoving a bird in it so it looks like a bird is hiding in my hat and has just pecked a hole through the fabric. Alright, we have to go back to regular Sky World if we want to do any of the regular dailies.
Yeah, but there's currency to be found here.
Ooh, lead the way. I don't know where anything is.
That's why you gotta look around.
Alright, let's see what I can find. He looks like he's looking startled at the person who was inside. Alright, let's see. Surely I can find something. Oh no. Surely I can find something that looks like currency. I found the brick.
You found the brick?
Yep, come right over to me. It's right by my feet.
Okay, yesterday, there were these little Oreo, like, figures that you could pick up, and they were, like, wax, and so it was, like, a whole bunch of bricks, but just all over once you're in the space.
Oh, I think I found my first currency.
Yep.
I like putting the little bun on my head and putting the witch hat from Halloween. Yeah.
There should be one up here.
That's what I'm flying up for. Yep, there is.
And then one over...
Oh yeah, I'm seeing it. It's honking at me.
Yep.
Alright.
I'm gonna go see if I can customize these headphones like it says I can.
Hell yeah.
So I can make them blue. That would be cool. If I can't, then what's the point of making me customize them?
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's see. Are there any more pale pluses I can spot from a distance?
Did you get the one that was by the cafe? At least, wait. Was it by the cafe? I believe so.
Check to the... Oh, no. That's just someone who's using the emotes. Not seeing one by the cafe. Though I might just be blind. That tends to happen. Is that one up there that I missed? No, that's just one of the space things. I see you flying in my game. Do you? I mean, it's a concert space, so it is easier to find people. My instincts are saying there probably won't be one in the back room over here, but... Alright, they closed it off No, wait, I don't think they closed it off. They usually don't. Not me oh, there it is. My instincts are like, maybe I should check the cave. I I know they would probably not hide one in here, but it's still cool. Such a serene little area. We're being followed.
Oh boy.
Alright, let's see. Do you know where any other ones are? I've found 3.
Let's see.
I'm not seeing one outside the
believe-
cafe.
No, I think I found one, like, is it like right here?
Oh, there it is, yep. Okay, that's 4.
I'm not seeing any other ones.
Hmm.
Might be you
Alright
start
then.
with 3 or 4.
Yeah, I've got 4, so that's pretty good.
With this pose as you honk, it's almost like the Arthur.
Yeah, the Arthur hand.
Me.
The Arthur. Oh, there's a 5th. Hold on.
5th. Oh yes. Also in here.
How do I get in? It's not letting me in.
Oh, it's not. Oh, okay. So you have to light the lantern
Ah.
and use an emote. I came in and it was already open, so.
Yeah. Okay, I've lit up 2. There's a 3rd. Oh, and there we go. That's fun.
Yeah, I didn't get to do this part, so I'm watching it on your stream.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I got a sneak peek of it because people are making spaces to sneak in here.
Hell
Last week.
yeah.
And
Start
look at
a
it, a
little
little popcorn machine.
machine. You can get popcorn, and what else can you get? Ah. Okay, so this is where you can pick up a lot of the spells. Oh, yep, I'm being approached by Retroplay apparently. I can't accept because there's so many people. Let's just, hello, welcome. Nice top hat.
Hello.
Yippee! Alright, let's finish checking out the seasonal stuff.
And then over,
Oh, there's another, yoink.
yeah, you get a whole bunch. That's why I got the hat.
Ayo! That's a lot.
They refresh weekly.
Oh, wow. The top hat of the fancy people, yep. Aw.
I know, I keep bunking into this and it goes, yeah.
Let me in! Let me in! That's all I wanted. Hell yeah. Alright, where do we buy the stuff? Alright, here. There are so many people that my brain is incapable of comprehending what is what.
I find it very interesting how this little shop character just has the jar guy's little
Yeah, his
hat,
little
face accessory. And it's so tiny.
It's so small.
It's like you're going to the movie theater with your little sibling.
Now speak fancy. Well, it depends. Do we want French fancy or British fancy?
I love pausing and just seeing my little guy just turn to you like, oh.
Anyway, that's a new hat for my collection.
Yay!
Yippee!
is this? Is this an actual moth TV? I'm...
Can't rotate.
Oh, wait. What? What?
Hold on. Hold on. There's seats? Hold on. I gotta figure out how to...
I am.
Oh my god, they did it by turning seats sideways. Oh. That is quite possibly one of the silliest things I have seen anyone make.
The label is just Moth TV.
Just lost TV.
First comment, Newt!
Noot!
Blinking one eye at a time.
Alright.
Oh, we can also go to the space in...
The office?
Yeah, the office.
Hell yeah!
There's a friend there who will show us how to get there.
Ayo!
But, like, you can dance on the pizza.
You can dance on the pizza?
Yeah. Shit, we have to delete the rules. You have to actually go out.
Yep.
But we can dance on the pizza.
Hold on, let me find you. We got separated.
Oh no.
There we go. Alright.
Okay.
To the office.
To the office.
Woo! I remember when they first released this area and people were making exploits to try and break in through the barrier. 'Cause I spent my candles on tickets. Damn. Hold on, I'm trying to... Yeah. It's focusing on the barrier. I want to grab this person's hand. There we go. Oop.
Well, looks like I have to talk to them as well.
Yep. We all have to talk to them. If you're asking about the old glitches, it was essentially like table glitching, like the tricks that you'd use to like get through walls and such. There was a lot of interesting exploits. They've patched most of them by now, but... I still remember the valley out of Bound where, like, you can go to where the spirits, where the cutscene takes place. And I would just sit there and play music. I had nearly perfected my Pirates of the Caribbean theme. Alright. Looks like we got an office spirit today, too.
Oh yeah, every day.
Yep. How did I get to the same server again? Well, it's likely because you lit us, which makes it more common for you to end up on the same servers. Let's see, they got the same two from the cinema.
Yep. They got the fun capes.
They got
should
the
probably
free
add
shit.
the Moomin cape to this lineup.
True.
I'm going down into the office to grab
Alright.
the wax.
Go get your wax.
Candle runner first, partier second.
Candle runner first, partier second.
Also, yeah, you can, if you click just right, you can have a little dance party on the floating slice of pizza. In the little side room.
Aww. Done. Yeah. There we go. But the server split would have put me in a separate server, not the same. Well, you see, sometimes weird things happen. Hello, sir. I would like a balloon hat. Yes!
Which one'd you get?
Balloon crown!
Yay.
Yippee!
Could have sworn I already had the wireframe cape. But the person in the office is telling me I can buy it again.
Huh.
Maybe it's a different wireframe cape. Maybe it's a new one.
Maybe it's a new one. Who knows? There's 0 daily tickets there. Well, that's odd. You probably already collected them then. Pizza slice.
There's no tickets here.
Yeah, there's not daily tickets in the office.
Well, no, not in the office. On the roof though. It
Yeah.
looks like there's one, but it's not. It's just a crystal on a table.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the real party is in the village. The rest are just lights. What crown do I get? Funky hats, sir.
The aviary dailies 2 days ago and none others show up. Well, don't know what's going on
Well,
there.
yeah, they're gonna refresh. They're going week by week, or update by update, I guess.
Ayo, the luck! The RNG! He's managed to find us yet again. The RNG on that. Anyway, let's see. Will it also offer me the wireframe cape I already have? It's a different wireframe cape. Yeah, it's a TGC wireframe cape. That's different than the 5th anniversary one, which has the 5th anniversary scarf on
Oh yeah,
it.
there's Skyfest and then just TGC.
Yep.
It's new.
Yeah, one's
Purchase.
based on the company, one's based on the anniversary. Hold on, I want to ride on one of the floaty boats. Let me get on the floaty boat! Yes! I am your king! Your king clad in balloon crown!
Man, I was watching the news today. I don't usually. I don't make a habit of it.
The saucy little foot up as I balance.
Yeah. But the news anchor was talking about adding Iron Maiden to Britain Royal Mint commemorative coins for musicians. And she goes, yeah, Iron Maiden is joining the likes of Queen, Elton John, and other artist I completely forgot. Um, and I went, Queen Elton John?
Queen Elton John?
They upgraded his title without telling anybody?
Damn, what a glow up. I stole a crab. Nice. I'm still so mad I can't find that one Sky meme compilation where it was someone walking around a forest holding a crab while while a song played that's like, people, let me tell you about my best friend. I'm sure if we had some of the emotes we had today, they would have done like the laying on stomach kicking legs emote.
Oh yeah.
But no, this was back when we had like less emotes than we have currently.
Yep.
Crab.
Hey, Jude, come here. Come look.
Sure. Yeah, the pizza in the corner.
Yeah, but now you can, like, dance on it. If you hit it just right. It's gotta hit just right, though.
How do you hit it just right?
It shows up very briefly.
Hold on.
The prompts to...
Well, if one of us is there... Hold on. Let's see if I can... Not finding it. Alas. Do we have to be a certain distance from it?
I don't know. It's just... I can see it sometimes.
I like putting the blue tree bird bench on the ceiling of the green screen room. Also, now we have Ra in chat. That just reminded me of an interesting piece of news I've heard. They found out that the virus that was like supposedly, the fungus that was supposedly the curse of Ra, is apparently good for killing cancer cells. So, the curse of Ra is now being used to cure skin cancer.
But yeah. Basically, you can dance on the pizza if you click it
Amazing.
right,
Yeah, the fungus cured cancer. I love it so much. High five! I love random, usually useless knowledge.
maybe they'll fix the pizza.
Retro Place fucking it up.
Yeah.
Slay. Alright. Man, I remember when you could go to the space station more often. That was fun. It actually was me, Iker the fungus, actually. Ra just went, sunburns? No! I can't have people hating the sun. I'm the god of the sun! And made sure that a fungus was discovered. Ooh, you gonna make us a song, Ferret? For real, for real, for real.
There you go.
Beep boop music!
Now I'm gonna add more to it.
Hell yeah. I wish there was a special telescope prop that would be so cool. Also, my headphones are beeping at me, and I was like, oh, is that part of the and then I realized it was my headphones telling me I've got low battery. I'm so mad I missed out on that aviary, not aviary, season of flight outfit. It's so nice. I'm so mad. Look at me, I'm on the... Defying gravity! The laws of physics? No. Those are just suggestions. Ayo, why this kind of slap though? I'm a Sky Kid. I've never heard of this Isaac Newton. All I know is 0 laws. The only law in this place: eat wax. And crab bad. No, not crab bad. Krill bad. The only laws any Sky Kid knows. Let's see what I get this time. Rolling the balloon, gotcha. It's a manta. Kind of looks more like a dragonfly. Sky Kid dance party. It has been a treasure trove of meme opportunities. Hold on. Let's see what other dances I have. Hold on.
Right as I go to take a picture, you just stand.
Oh, there we go.
If only the thing was longer, I would have made it the full Jeopardy thing.
Yes!
Hold on.
I am perfectly to the beat right now.
That's as close as I can get.
It's so good! And I'm still managing to be on beat. I'm watching the musician at work. Yes, you are! You're getting to see behind the DJ booth! I'm just being Ferret's biggest hype man. Hold on. I prefer the upside down tree trick. It only works on flat roofs. Yeah. Ooh, that's a good beat. Hold on. Gonna grab a... Can I grab ice cream? No. Well, gonna get a drink then. What a bad bartender drinking with his customers. I heard that each performance shows a bit of the designer's creativity. Neat. Face planting directly into the ground. Let's see. Do I have any silly prop stuff? With all of the potions I have. Ah! Let me add some party stuff. Man. Hold on. Need a left button. A little bit more that way. And create. This is starting to feel like a real rave. My brain stopped working. I send a message in Sky and not chat. Yeah. Back to being the #1 hype. perfectly upside down as all things should be. This stream is literally just turning into partying and music. Thumbs instinctively pressing A. It's B on my controller. No, to be fair, everyone's controller is unique. Hold on, let me scoot over next to the DJ booth and I'll do my clapping here. There we go. Controversial opinion. The order goes spoon, milk, cereal, and the bowl last.
No, counter last.
Counter last. Yes, I agree. Hold on, where's more of my repetitive dances? Agreed. Hell yeah! Ooh. The little bit of snare. Y'all been doing it wrong? Also, it's not... It's grog. I don't want to get in the way of Ferret composing music, but I need to find a funny spot to pose and dance.
Do it.
There. I'm right next to the bubble thing. Because I need reasons to use up all of these fucking potions I have. There's a lot of them. Actually, let's burn another one right now. Let's go for a different cape. Beach towel! Also, if you hate dogs, especially puppies, you and I have Yeah! Agreed! You don't mess with animals. Ah, yes. That looks very comfy. Why is my... I'm not answering that during stream.
Ah.
It's just like the... Ah, yes. Phone call.
These people.
I hate people.
They have come to mock us. Or to talk right next to the speakers?
For some
dare
reason,
you.
I am the wall. Congrats. Phone call on stream. What?
Phone call and stream never.
Never. Unless it's like stream related. That's the only time there will ever be a phone call on stream.
Hey Jude, why don't you take a crack at it?
ONG elbow reveal when? Not sure. Alright.
I have cleared all the parts for you.
Alright.
Start with something.
Alright. Which one is... Hold on. Let's start with... I want to get a good drum beat going.
Okay, so the heart.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. I'm curious to know what each of them are. Okay, that's a shish and a crack. Oh, there we go. That's the good one. Boom. That needs a little spot. Sent a picture of my
says,
dog.
I sent a picture of my dog to an online buddy who's never seen my face, and he was like, holy shit, GMP is a dog? Yes. An intelligent one. It actually shows little hand motions like you're like actually moving the dials and stuff. Oh. I did not mean to hit that button. Intelligent and GMP should never be in the same sentence. Hate to say it, dude. Already happened. Can't take it back.
This one sounds a little dissonant, so I'll move this up here. There. Let's do a little 3 chord here. Amazing. Okay.
Fantastic. You know, you can get a machine like this in Harmony Hall.
Yeah.
And you can put any instrument that you own in it.
Ooh.
It'll have 4 of your instruments in it.
Ooh. got blue Umbreon. Hello. Red or green, then blue or brown. Red or green. Let's go with. Green. Green and brown are a pretty good combo. Oh, so you're asking someone whose theme colors are literally greens and browns, reds and blues. Why am I getting... Nope! I read the text as to the topic of the call, and no, it is someone I very much do not want to have to deal with a phone call from right now.
Ah.
I am making my house in House Flipper. Ooh!
Nice.
Also, as to why I'm not taking the call, other than the fact that it's stream, it's a family member who every time they talk to me harasses me about why I don't have a job yet, and constantly insists that it must be as easy as it was when they got a job. Yeah, like, oh, just go into the store. They'll definitely hire you if they see you around there that often. Anyway, this is my masterpiece.
Nice.
I'm not much of a composer, but... Hey. Not surprised that TGC made the glasses and popcorn a $5. Yep. To be fair, there's more expensive in-app purchases from them. I got a balloon krill!
Ah, Bill. Balloon grill.
Yep. Now red or yellow or and purple or teal. Honestly, yellow and purple, underrated color combo. If you get the right shade of yellow and the right shade of purple.
Memento.
Tiny Manta! Howdy. Yeah, some people don't get how YouTubers work. Yup. And to be fair, I don't even get, like, money from YouTubing. But this is someone who's talking about, like, my friend would... Yep, movie clapper. Bathroom will be yellow, living room will be purple. Hell yeah. Understandable, have a nice day. I enjoy all colors in different ways, like... I don't really have a favorite color so much as I have favorite color combos. But I don't have a specific favorite. If you show me, like, the classic, like, magenta, blue, purple, blue gradient, that goes hard. You show me, like, a really good, like, teal and pink one, that goes hard. You show me, like, a nice, like, bright, like, green to dark blue gradient, that goes hard. Dungeon back or gunmetal gray?
Now, Jube. If he asks you what color he needs to make his hospital, you know what to say.
Yes! Bright red! Especially if it's a children's hospital.
Blood red.
Blood red, specifically, yeah. And not just blood red, snail trails across the floor. And if you've got a fountain at a children's hospital, make sure that the walls are... Make sure that the fountain has blood red water.
Uh-huh. Even the balloon guy likes your song.
Yippee! He dancing! Black or gunmetal gray for the dungeon? I'd say black, but gunmetal gray means that the blood stains show a lot better, which is great for a dungeon. Because, like, if you just make it black, then it doesn't look dingy enough. I still love the useless shovel instrument. Understandable. Have a nice day.
A crab.
Yeah!
Oh.
Crabs and dirt. Oh no, this is for dissidents when Ducky takes over the world. Then black. It requires less cleaning. Unless you want to put RGB lights in there, then you go for the gunmetal gray, because then you can see the cool RGB lights. I like FNAF, that's why I like purple. Interesting reason to like purple.
I saw a video today that was like Secret of the Mimic is actually in Arizona.
Huh.
Brought up a bunch of like historical facts and stuff, and like a newspaper article that's like, yeah, there's like court corruption or something, and like Arizona was one of the first states to ban bribery, like specifically of government officials.
I may or may not be a simp for Michael Afton.
Oh, buddy.
Hey, at least you're not claiming that you're literally Light Yagami.
Yeah.
Hold on. Crab dance. Gotta have a full cape for crab dance.
Otherwise, you just look a little funny.
Yep. Let's see what else I can pull out of my bag of spells. Ah yes, the Crimis chair. Oh, I kind of suck at FNAF 4. I played the FNAF games once. Did it again. I spoke in Scott. Pat, buddy. Let's cancel the prop spell.
Pat, buddy.
Yep. I am wearing my miso hat. Ayo, hat stack!
Yo. And then, wait, no, if you go get a hat from the
It'll cancel out your hat.
It'll cancel out your mega hat.
Anyway, the funniest prop to have this time of year. Oh geez, it's a full table. Hold on, let's see.
It's a full table, yeah.
Hold on.
You got a jellyfish. Oh my god, you can be on the ceiling.
Exactly! Yes! Oh my god. It's not letting me sit. I'm trying so hard. Well. Oh wait, I almost had it. Oh god! What's happening to me?
Me too, if you could just take a seat for a second.
I'm trying so hard. I am stuck. Hold on. Yes!
Whoa.
Ah yes, what a lovely tea party. I like wearing button-up shirts. So true! Button-up shirts are one of the most goated pieces of clothing. Too hot? You can roll up the sleeves. Too cold? You can just pull them down and button the shirt all the way up. You can have them partially unbuttoned. You can accessorize at the collar. They often have little pockets on the front that you can tuck stuff into. Goated piece of clothing. I had a hand-me-down cotton one once that had the actual like little button straps so you could roll them up and then clip them in places. Unfortunately, I wore it so often, and since it was a hand-me-down, it wore out under the arms. And I haven't been able to fix it. Flannels, so true. I need to get more from my closet. I tend to keep the collar up, that's fair. I got like some collar clips from Etsy once. Honestly, amazing accessory. Half of my closet is just button-ups I've hung up on hangers to keep them nice. I have a purple one with gold buttons. Ooh la la, fancy.
Ooh, really fancy.
Ceiling party. Let's see, do I have any other funny little spells I can toss? I got the Snuffkin hat, I got... Basically, I just have so many spells that I need to start using them. Isaac Newton went quiet after finding out sky physics. Oh no, the music went quiet. Oh, there it goes! Actually, here's a funny one. I call Fridays Afton Color Fridays. If it weren't so hot, I have some really nice button-ups. Like, that are meant to be, like, layered and worn with other things. With, like, ruffled sleeves and stuff. The problem is, it's summer, and these are polyester shirts. With long sleeves. And I, personally, do not want to be that warm. Oh, I heard another one of my spells wear off. Anyway, let's get rid of that one. What other capes do I have? I'm wearing four. Amazing. That is so many hats. Oh, here, I've got a better cape. A sillier cape. This is thematic, considering all the stores around me are starting to put their Halloween stuff out. I went to pick up shelves recently to try and put my books places a bit more, because I collect books. My family used to joke about me running a library once I grew up. And they were like, yeah, we got Halloween stuff. Did you see our Halloween stuff? And I'm like, yes, I saw your Halloween stuff. I already got my Halloween stuff. I go to Michael's, the art store. Actually, I'm not a fan of these. Let's see what else I got. Alright. Here's a funny one. Big ol' Snuffkin hat. I'm multitasking, playing Sky, watching stream and playing Okami HD. Ayo, look at you going. I dislike Halloween, but I can tolerate Telltale's Walking Dead. I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. Anyone who's... I intend to have my house decorated like some sort of alchemist's house eventually. And I also just like the idea of like the tradition of Halloween with like kids getting to dress up as whatever they want. You get to dress as whatever you want. You hand out candy to kids. There's also just the wonder of returning home with a pillowcase absolutely full of candy and sorting through it and eating it for the next 2 months. It's such a goated holiday. Oh, I didn't get one because I still have my hat spell on. Nope. Give me hat, please. Yes! Crib. I don't really celebrate, but I have black wolf ears and a tail. Hell yeah! Ayo! The 4th anniversary jester hat!
Yo!
Amazing. I also have light blue fox ones. Ooh, hell yeah! I wonder what other capes I've got that I could possibly toss on for the funnies. But a moth
Okay,
gave
so
me
this-
fire. Hmm?
Ooh.
Ooh!
Nice. Oh, I didn't touch your lightning track.
Ooh! Yeah, hell yeah. I'd like to put an image in your mind. Grievous is capable of flying if he had double-bladed lightsabers. I'm sorry, the idea of Grievous Copter. Anyway, we do have dailies to do, and we've got another over hour and a half of stream. Shall we?
Sure, let's go. Back to aviary, I guess.
Yippee! I also have a traditional blue Lucky. I really need to pick back up on my project. I decided to do the stupid thing and I was knitting the fabric for a kimono myself because my local fabric stores are all closed. So even if I had a pattern to make them, like, I wouldn't be able to. Obi-Wan may have the high ground, but Grievous has the air ground or flying ground.
Grievous has a sober ground.
Mine was bought. Nice. Guess this is buying game. We shall meet again some other stream. But for now, I must go friend random moths. Hell yeah!
Go do that.
By a family friend. Ooh. So I've been trying to like find one myself, honestly, for a while. Cause honestly, like I've been debating getting a yukata. Cause those are comfy for like summer. And I think that'd be when I would wear them most often. The only problem is, if you look up anything kimono based, most likely you're getting one of those like loose robes that doesn't even have kimono sleeves, where they're like, it's kimono styled.
Yep. Also, yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
Actually.
it was very fun.
But alas, we must go find the hide and seek spirit.
Yep. We have dailies to do. Grievous slowly flying over to Obi-Wan with double-bladed. It is a very funny mental image. Alright, orange light, jellyfish. It's blue with flowers and stuff on it. Ooh!
Nice.
I actually watched a video about how they print the patterns onto kimono fabric, like the traditional way. And it is just amazing, honestly. To be fair, I am also just easily fascinated by fiber arts techniques. Like, I've been debating seeing if there's a workshop I can take to learn lace making. Because I know it'll take forever, and I know it'll frustrate the hell out of me, but there's something that just seems so satisfying about being able to make my own lace. Because then you can make it the color you want, to the style you want.
Yeah. There's like crochet lace, and then there's the like bobbin lace. But have you heard about tablet weaving or card weaving?
I've heard vaguely of it.
It's how like ribbons are made.
Yes,
Like
then I know
textured
about it.
stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I found somebody who did it with like just worsted weight yarn, like acrylic yarn, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I can do that. And somebody else who was making a like rainbow pride ribbon, and she put up a pattern, and she's like, yeah, you can do it with any of your flags. Whatever pattern you want, just this is the basic repeat for this.
So you can learn how to make it for yourself.
Yeah. There's like sites and stuff, and let's go get the wax by the tree.
Yep. I also have a shaka... Hold on. My brain cannot say things. I also have a...
Jahakasho?
Yes, thank you, Ferret. My mouth was thinking of it like a tongue tweezer? Tongue twister. My mouth
Tongue
hates
twisters,
me.
twist them. Tongue tweezers, pull them out.
Yup. If you couldn't tell, my mouth and I have frequent disagreements. Which is like those Shinigami uniforms from the anime Bleach, but a dark turquoise and short-sleeved. Ooh. I lied, I had one candle, but didn't use for two reasons. One being your friends list is full, and two, I know you wouldn't accept. Yeah, I've been working on clearing it out. Because, like, you're not sure who's gonna come back to the game and who hasn't until, like, you've scanned through every single one of their accessories. And even then, they might just be wearing old stuff for just the fun of it.
Yeah.
Because there were so many moths that friended me back in the day that I was just like, ooh, I don't want to turn them down, that'd be mean. And then, like, they just stop playing the game and I'm sitting there like...
Yeah, I've got like a good page in the Constellation that is just moths that I friended the first couple months.
I have 3 that are just moths I've friended. Every day I live in fear.
That they'll come back and haunt you?
Yeah, but also just that, dear God, I'm afraid more will be added.
Wax under that tree right there.
Ooh.
Behind us.
Right.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I friended moths and they stopped playing after 2 days. Yup. Alright. I own a non-traditional katana with a silvery metal cobra head on the handle. That is sick as hell. I actually, I was friends with someone, I haven't heard from them in a long time, but someone who had a katana, and there was a fly buzzing around their room, and it landed on a wall, and they stabbed it with a katana. So there's a hole in their wall, where they killed a fly with a katana.
Yeah, the sky is red right now because there is a shard about to drop in like 7 minutes. In the Valley Ice Rink.
Alright, hide and seek pioneer is usually
With the crabs.
with the crabs, yeah. Some people have careers to chase and some think Sky is boring. To me, I'd rather come... Yeah! It's a good place to just come and take a breather. And also some of them are literal children. Who get it because it's a free game and they think that it'll be something they'll enjoy and then they just end up not playing it. I also remember there was like a bunch of people who downloaded Sky once thinking it was a game where you could find dates.
Oh, yes. There's a video of somebody just having a conversation with somebody in Sky and thinking that, like, they were going to be their girlfriend because they friended them, and then...
The spirit's missing. That's weird.
Then they could hold their hand and thought that...
Thought that that
they
made
saw
them
these people
partners.
Yeah. I saw these people with feminine hairstyles, like, holding hands with masculine hairstyles, or, like, the Ikemen, Ikejo
Yep.
outfits and stuff. They thought that it was, like, a dating sim. No. We're
No.
friends. We hold hands because we don't want to get lost.
Exactly! Like holding your friend's hand at a con to make sure that you don't get lost. I wonder why the hide and seek spirit isn't there, because normally if you leave it for too long, it vanishes.
Yeah. Might as well go get the orange light then.
Yep, hold on. Let me just check in there one more time, because it would have been long enough that if someone else did it... Yep, they're back.
Yep, there she
okay.
is.
So I'm guessing someone was finishing the spirit when we came in here. Most children will probably say, I don't want to play this, I want to play Fortnite! God, I remember when I was... like, around the time of my last year of high school, one of my classmates was playing Fortnite and legitimately crashing out over it.
Oh my god.
Because of the guard being a snake and dragon. Yeah, alright. But yeah, no, she was legitimately crashing out over it, and I was just like, then why are you playing? Because I want to win!
Maybe whenever the people in our server decide to play Marvel Rivals
Yeah,
in DC.
Unagi is Russian for celestial dragon. But it's a Japanese sword. I know Unagi is like a name for, I think, eel.
Yeah. Eels are kind of like dragons of the water if they were a little dumber.
If they were a little dumber, yeah. Alright, shall we?
Kendall.
Oh, Kendall. I play both Fortnite and Sky. I just say I prefer Sky because of the aesthetic and vibes. Yeah! XT came in and said, my fellow Gooners! No! We're good.
I do not goon, I game.
Exactly, yes. I meant to say both, but my keyboard is small. Yeah, that's fair. I figured you were trying to say both and just put in bot instead. We all have typos in this house. I just have verbal ones way more often than written ones. I do too. Hell yeah, brothers!
A lot of, how did you say that with your mouth once?
Yeah, a lot of... Every time my tongue betrays me, I have to make silly noises in response. Because that somehow makes me better at saying words after.
Loosens up your tongue.
Yeah.
So you can tweeze it out.
So you can tweeze it out. I mistype especially Japanese words. If you ever wonder why I up and vanish and return, it's to spread good vibes. In high school, I was the secret of inspiration quote giver. Hell yeah. Unless they're short Japanese words. Yeah, that's fair. The funny thing is... Ooh, yeah, that is a lot. But yeah, no, I am usually the spell check. Because, I'm the person in my family you go to if you don't know how to spell a word or you've forgotten how to spell it.
Oh, yeah.
It has happened so many times at this point that I have just, if I'm in call with someone and they're like, wait, how do I spell this? I'm like, oh, it's this, and this. My brain, when it comes to other languages, is I look at it, my brain processes, then shuts down. I plan on trying to learn, like, at least Japanese, so I can watch more, subbed anime more easily. I may have misspelled Shahakasho so many times. Yeah, that's fair. That one's a bit more complicated, a bit of a tongue twister, if you will. When words have repeated, like, sections, it can be harder to remember how to type them. You want to understand what they say in Japanese? Yeah. And also it would make it a bit easier, like, eventually to understand, like, merch sites and such. Because a lot of times they'll just have the merch, like the official merch, on websites solely in Japanese. This is mainly because...
Translate button.
True. It's not always accurate, though.
Yeah.
And also, like, the official, like, side comics that come out. I just know fight and run. Because, I like saying baka a lot, specifically to my siblings.
Oh, fun.
I remember a time when I said, kawaii unironically in 5th grade, and I still cringe about it a bit.
Yeah, the thing to remember, though, is that a lot of Japanese, like, a lot of the animes and stuff,
they're
are
not
done in, like, a dialect.
Yeah.
It's not, like...
It's not standard Japanese.
It's not the Japanese that you'll learn in, like, your class. Okay, let's go stop this rain.
Yep.
Actually, hold on. I need you to hold my hand. Or I need to hold your hand.
Okay, let me hold on to you. Beautiful.
No. Other way around. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
You know, it's because, for example, I'm really into Nanbaka, which is a manga that was turned into an anime for 1 season. Well, technically 2, but they didn't finish a arc. And I've managed to read the whole web manga. But, like, the creator is constantly dropping like side comics, little slice of life moments of the characters, and I want to be able to understand them without having to shakily hold a translator app up to my screen and hope it's translating things accurately, which it often isn't, because it's handwritten, not typed. So yes, the autism is what's fueling me to want to learn Japanese.
Yep. Okay, I gotta go from my computer
Alright.
for a little bit.
I had one thing from 5th grade that everyone never let down. It's, you know, the way Mario dances in Super Mario Odyssey. Yeah, I danced like that during a presentation. Gods. I once sang a song from Cats the Musical at school, specifically Memory, for, like, the school talent show. And because I was, like, very young at the time, as were my classmates, I think for the next week, people were, like, making jokes about it and singing, "Poopy, all alone in the..." And I'm just like, kill me. Kill me now. Dear God, please just kill me. I watched Sword Art Online at 11 or 12. Yikes. I was watching, like, Fairy Tail in 5th grade. That one's a bit iffy, but it's also good. They still only know me from Mario Odyssey dances? Damn. Thank God none of my classmates had phones. I need a recharge from a jelly, so... There we go. Watched a video about how many moons you can get as just a human in Super Mario Odyssey, and it made me want to play it again. Hell yeah! God, I just remembered, like, when I was a kid, I would do things I thought were cool, and then wish someone had, like, recorded it, because it was one of those things that you can't repeat, like, you know, a silly perfect landing, or, like, a perfect execution of something is what you think is perfect, and now that I'm fully grown, I'm just like, man, am I glad no one had a camera. Hold on, the Sky audio is louder than my voice, let me fix that. I collected everything in Super Mario Odyssey and said, damn, I really wasted my time. You're saying that to a completionist. I don't say it's a waste of time, I say it's well done. Though to be fair, I am likely clinically insane. I watched Bleach, although I've read all the manga. Hell yeah. All I know is that Philza's Minecraft skin is a character like something Urahara from Bleach. I know the bare minimum about it. To be fair, I've got like at least 20 different anime I have to watch that are classics. I also got really lucky. I had an art teacher for most of my school life that was really into Sailor Moon. Like, we're talking, would play the Sailor Moon theme at least once per, like, class if he was allowing us to play music. Did one of his art projects based off of, like, a Sailor Moon theme. and knew the entire timeline of Sailor Moon. And honestly, it's a level of dedication that I aspire to even now. Kisuke Urahara, yep. At least I think that's the one with the striped bucket hat. Yes! I vaguely know information! I call this a victory! Not gonna lie, if you've gone past the beginning stages of watching anime, soft anime like Death Note or Demon Slayer, next is one of the big three. I've watched Madoka Magica. I've watched Nagi no Asukara. That one's a bit of a weird one, but the art style is beautiful. Trying to think. I've watched Gakugurashi. I've been watching One Piece. Like, I was watching it before the live action came out. Let's see. I've watched Kaiju number 8. It's a more recent one. It's really good. I've watched Yona of the Dawn. That one's really good. We've recently been doing a, anime thing. We were doing it a while ago. We didn't continue it, but we basically put a bunch of anime recommendations on a wheel. We spun it, and we watched the whole show together. It's honestly a really fun thing to do. I've watched Spirited Away by Ghibli. I've watched Howl's Moving Castle. That's gotta be my favorite Ghibli film. You think it's difficult? I've recorded an entire 3, almost 4-hour video on Hollow Knight speedrun, and yeah, one word, pain in my hands. One Piece is one of those animes you have to sacrifice life to catch up on, but it's worth it. Yeah, like we were watching multiple episodes a day, like just spending the entire day in a Discord chat watching One Piece. And honestly, very worth it. If you skip Skypiea, you're a coward. If you skip the G8 arc, you're a coward. I've read all of Akatsuki no Yona. Hell yeah, I've only really watched what they have animated, but it is an anime I have been planning to try and find so I can read it. I watched the entirety of Huseki no Kuni, then read the web manga, and honestly, another good one, very tragic. For some reason, all my favorites are ones that, like, are tragic, but have, like, some sort of glimmer of hope in them. Oh yeah, I've watched Princess Tutu. It's a really old one, it's a bit of a weird one, but it's really good. Yeah, I figured. Akatsuki no... Yeah, I figured. You can't skip Skype. Exactly! You can't skip G8 either. I love just Luffy sneaking up on the guy doing the silly peace signs. Them all trying to escape the base while being hunted. I've been watching Apothecary Diaries. Haven't finished season 2. Because we made a deal where we'd all watch season 2 together. Like, I've gotten up to the last episode, so we're all watching it together, and we got halfway through season 2 in the group watch. I'm reading Full Metal Alchemist and watched most of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Nice! Oh yeah, I watched Magia Record, the Madoka Magica spin-off. I remember that, and it was a filler arc. Yes, but it's a good filler arc. It's a funny filler arc. One Piece is one of those arcs where even the filler arcs are worth it. Arcs? One Piece is one of those anime where even the filler arcs are worth it. And I've seen so many people go, oh, these are the filler arcs, you don't have to watch them. And I'm like, you should, though. You understand why you should, though, right? Anyone here watch Dr. Stone? I haven't, but I've been planning on it. I've seen tons of clips. I've read the, So, one of the artists for Dr. Stone wrote the One Piece Ace side stories, or rather drew them, books 1 and 2. And I have those. They're, like, prized pieces on my shelf. And my partner has watched Dr. Stone and saw the cloak they drew Shanks in and was getting, like, panic attack past stuff. Did you know that Edward Elric's Japanese VA is the same voice of Toshiro Hitsugaya? I did not. Oh yeah, I did watch, at least the first arc of Demon Slayer, like what they had on Netflix, like before the movie. That was pretty good. Filler arc, more like extra time with the Blorbos. Exactly! Honestly, I've got to watch Way of the House Husband. That one's on my list, because I've collected a couple of the manga. But I want to see the whole thing animated because of how silly it is. Oh, and I've watched part of No Longer Allowed in Another World, which is an isekai, but it's really good. It's like this guy who's like, I just want to die, gets sent to an isekai world after attempting to die alongside one of his students. They both got hit by a truck, despite it not being accurate for the period they were in. And they just woke up, like, he woke up in a fantasy world without her, and decided his main mission was to find her so they could die together. And the man mostly gets carted around in a coffin all the time.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
And last thing I heard on stream was something about isekai.
Yeah, I'm talking about the No Longer Allowed in Another World one that Voices showed me.
Ah, yes.
That's very funny.
There's a few different, like, plot lines in MonsterCon about isekai. And what I played last night was really funny. It was like, these teenagers are trying to get isekai'd by getting hit by Bus-kun.
No!
They
Bus-kun!
don't know that you can get on the bus to get places.
Aww.
And so, the group is just like, hey, yeah, you can get on the bus. And they're like, oh, cool, does this have any, like, special properties or stuff?
You know, it's just a
And
bus.
they're like, well, you see. And then, they're like, actually, go ask the bus driver. Hey, lady, does this Bus-kun lead to anywhere magical? No. Well, like, what about the next stop? No, that's a hamburger place. What about the one after that? That's a hotel. Well, do you have anywhere magic can take us? Actually, yeah, the third stop's pretty magical. The third stop comes. The kids get off. The rest of the group is like, bus driver lady. That was just like a shady street corner.
Exactly!
Oh, that kid got stabbed!
Inuyasha is a good one. I'm not gonna lie, they did reincarnate it as a slime dirty, and my twin brother likes Death Note, My Hero Academia, and One Piece. You know, I watched, like, a good deal of Death Note. Like, not all of it, but I at least understand the concept. I've seen the memes. I know the plot.
I read Death Note back when I was like 12, 13.
Ah, yes. Peak Death Note age.
I got it from the library.
Ooh.
And my mom insisted on, like, looking at my library books.
Mm-hmm.
Making sure they were age appropriate. And she took away Fruits Basket because they said damn.
God, my family tried censoring things in the funniest way possible. Like, if I started watching, shows, if the characters, like the actors playing the characters were older than me, I couldn't watch it for some reason. Which, you know, pretty rare. Because I was like 12 at the time, and the people acting in these were like at least 18. And my grandmother's like, no, they look too mature. You shouldn't be watching this. And I'm like, child labor is mostly illegal. We're not gonna find a show with kids who are like 10 acting in it unless it's like fucking Barney or something, and I was way too old for Barney at that age.
Yeah, it's gotta be a baby show for it to be,
for the actors to quote
something
unquote
that would match your grandmother's criteria.
It's because she grew up in the era where like Shirley Temple was a huge, so she expected there to be like shows with genuine children in them.
Yeah, your grandma's gonna have a heart attack.
Anime is not really for children? That's kind of true. There are a couple that are. But, like, the general genre is not great for young children. Unless it's, like, specifically an anime marketed towards children.
I love how you said those two words. General genre.
General genre. It's the French coming out.
You swapped the way the G's are supposed to go.
God fucking damn it, I hate my mouth.
General genre. And it's just very fun.
Kill me.
It's the French.
It's the French. I may not really know how to speak French nowadays, but like, if someone says anime are for children, I'm gonna show them page 1 of Berserk. No! Although my real dad introduced me to Sword Art Online at like 11 or 12 years. Oh no.
Yeah, my sister was watching like SAO at like 10.
Damn. But yeah, no, I remember watching like Fairy Tail in like 6th and 7th grade, and like being so worried about my family coming in because, dear God, Fairy Tail has so much fan service. Like, I would be sitting there, and then Urza Scarlet, like, her chest would bounce visibly. Yeah, her chest would bounce visibly, or her armor would be very, like, minimal, and I'm just like, oh boy, oh howdy, I sure hope no one walks in on me while I'm watching this.
That show is very, they all breasted boobily down the stairs.
Exactly. Though I will say, when I was watching the show, I very much supported Gaji Levy. And honestly, I still do. Give me a nerd and her, like, giant boyfriend. He would make giant metal flowers for her if he could. Jiggle physics, no, you can't watch that show. Exactly.
If it got jiggle physics. Then, yeah, I know.
Then you might have some concerns.
If it's got the thing that I was about to say by accident. Also, no.
Yeah, I will say, like, I do enjoy it when anime has less fan service, though I've gotten accustomed to it essentially being, like, the most common thing you'll find in anime.
Mm-hmm.
Though, if I am watching it around family, I have to be particularly careful. I haven't watched Attack on Titan, but I have an Attack on Titan vest.
Look, I have seen the old Naruto movie and a couple episodes and read up to like book 23 or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I have never like fully paid attention to it. That didn't stop me from definitely taking proud ownership of a Naruto shirt
Hell
that
yeah.
my cousin gave me.
I remember trying to watch it on, like, my, computer that I'd gotten for school at, like, midnight one time, and I fell asleep halfway through an episode, and woke up 10 episodes late, like, not 10 episodes, but, like, many episodes later, squinted at the screen, had no clue what was going on, and just never went back to watching it. Because I had fallen asleep, and had lost where I was. Oh, hell yeah. Hold on. Yeah.
Okay, looks like we're gonna be stacked for this grandma dinner.
Damn. Let me help with my pot. My giant metal pot full of mysterious bubbling green liquid. It's very hard because there's a person standing right there. Person, can you move? Please. Thank you. Yeah, I hate when that happens because that's what you did with One Piece. Mm-hmm. Now I have to find what episode. Exactly! But yeah, I'll need to find out which, like, there's a lot of anime I have to, like, add to my list to watch. Just like there's a lot of musicals I have to find bootlegs up. Like, I saw one song from a musical called A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder, I believe. And now I need to find the full thing to watch it, because there's nothing funnier than this poor man juggling, like, juggling two women and multiple murders. That is the gamer potion, pure Mountain Dew. I know. Fun fact, for multiple years, my main drink of choice was Mountain Dew. Until I realized it was one of the reasons I was getting sick during certain parts of the month. It was the caffeine. I've watched nearly all of Yu-Gi-Oh! At one point, I made a pact to myself to try and watch all of the old, Pokemon anime. Sorry, got interrupted while I was... Anyway, what was this? Oh yeah, I was trying to watch all the arcs of the old Pokemon anime, then I lost the tab because I had to get other things.
Oh no.
Yep. And then that computer broke and I had to get a new one, so I lost all my tabs.
That is the worst.
Yep. Oh well. Oh, yeah, and the reason that computer broke was I believe the memory drive had become corrupted.
Oh boy.
Due to being used for, like, over 7, like... I think this computer was almost 9 years old by that point. So, it wasn't gonna survive either way.
Looks at laptop menacingly. You better survive another, like, 6 years, I swear.
Yeah, this is why I started getting a, external storage drive. It will save you in the future.
Yeah, for reference, my computer is 8 years old.
Yup. And to be fair, I was constantly saving things to that thing. Like, constant screenshots of different anime episodes, memes I found on the internet, screenshots of, texts I had that were funny that I wanted to save. Like, literally all sorts of stuff, including schoolwork. To the point that, right before it broke, I had been doing classes online, and we had to submit, a Word doc for our gym course to prove that we had done, like, our gym work. And I had written it up, I had filled it out all nice, and I sent it in, and the teacher had messaged me later saying, "Hey, there's nothing in here." And I went, "What?" And she said, "There's nothing in here." So I downloaded the file from where I had sent her, completely blank. I checked the file I had saved, completely blank. I go to turn it on the next day, and it doesn't work at all.
It would have been really funny if you just said completely blank to that too.
Completely blank, yeah. Essentially completely blank. Black screen, little thing that said, "Hey, your storage drive is corrupted." I have 50 Steam games on my computer, and I have 10 games never played. Huh. I mean, I basically collect them. A good deal of our stream group, we've combined our libraries. And the first thing they said upon seeing the new updated library when they had me join was, "Dear God, you have a lot of games." Because I have a habit. If I see a game that looks interesting and I can afford it, I buy it. And most of these were free games. One of them is no longer free, but since I got it back when it was free, I still have it.
Ah, yes.
And the dev's still been working on it, and I'm so excited to eventually boot it back up and keep playing. I have Repo, but never opened it. I bought it a month ago. Pat!
Man, at least I let you keep the games that aren't free anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike, a Mojang and the Bedrock,
Yep.
marketplace. Because if a creator of a thing that you owned when it was free
Adds a price, it's no longer
and
free.
makes it, and adds a price, you have to buy it, which is so dumb.
I collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Neat. I have a figure collection, and also, you know, like those little figures that you put together yourself and you can paint yourself? I have a couple of those. I'm planning on getting proper paints rather than using the stickers all the time, but since I don't have proper paints yet, it's just stickers for now.
Yeah, figure paints are not as expensive as you'd think, but there's a lot of them.
For me, it's also finding a shop that has them. Because there's a shop near me that does have, like, Warhammer figures and such. I just need to actually get my shit together and go over there to see if they've got figure paints. I got Half-Life 2 for free from the Valve Half-Life Anniversary. Nice!
Nice.
I do like when co-op games give you a second copy for free to gift to your friend.
Like Don't Starve Together.
Yep. There's, like, very few games I've seen that do that. But there are some where it's like if you have the game, but your friend doesn't, you can have them get this free thing that'll let you play together.
Oh, yeah. Monster Prom. Those games just allow you to invite people.
Hell yeah.
Just, if they're on your Steam friends list, you can just invite them. Or, you can play local, but multiplayer. And then it'll just be like, oh yeah, you're all on one computer. Like, we could all have our own turns in VC. I'm the one moving the mouse.
You can put a gun to my head. I ain't donating to charity. This money is designated to chicken nuggies. Besides Call of Duty, they'll milk money from you and your friend. That's true of most games, especially live service ones. That's why you gotta learn how to be a free-to-play player.
Yep.
Chicken nuggies? No, dino nuggies. So true. Honestly, either are good.
I have never seen a chicken-shaped nuggie, so...
So true. I don't play Call of Duty much anymore because it's boring to play so... Pat. Anyway, you were saying, Ferret?
Dad used to play the Call of Duty games on his computer all the time, and then, like, I think my mom was just like, hey, we need you to help out here. This is, like, all the time. But I have also never seen a chicken nugget made out of dinosaurs. So, dinosaur-shaped nuggets of chicken.
Which sucks, because if you're free to play, you're mocked in-game all day long. It's why I like games like Sky, where, like, you don't have to reveal your appearance to other players unless you want to. And where there's also an understanding that not everyone's gonna pay, like, $50 for a season pass.
Damn. $50 for a season pass better mean I get some good shit.
Exactly. I was just randomly saying a number. I don't remember how much they actually cost.
It's usually $10 or
it's
20
probably
to
higher.
get 2 extra.
It's probably higher than 10 here because Canada, but
yeah, that's why I have been the one to just gift out ones. Because it's cheaper for me to buy them and then gift them to you.
Yeah.
Than for you guys to buy them on your own.
I will get one. I will get one of the multi ones this time, so y'all get passes for free ones.
Yay.
I stopped playing Call of Duty after someone 360 headshot me with a sniper when I saw him. Yeah, this is why I usually don't play multiplayer combat. Like, it's why I'm never a fan of, like, FPS multiplayer games. Because one, I don't really have the reaction time for it, honestly. And two, there's always going to be someone who hacks or is way better than you, and it's just going to be a pain to play.
I will never get over the fact that my sister's husband, boyfriend at the time, challenged her to get 19 kills in Valorant, and he'd get her a Cold Stone ice cream.
And she won?
And she immediately went into voice chat and went, hey guys, I'm pretty new to this game, and my boyfriend says that he'll get me some ice cream if I get 19 kills this round. And damn, they locked in.
Yeah, no, that's, honestly, yeah, best way to use the fact that you're a girl in a voice chat, or at least have a feminine voice, is just to go, I'm new to this game, and, oh, I was offered a reward if I do things, and people are just like, help the girl!
Lady.
Yep.
Of course.
Ferret's what you said about a nuggets has the same energy as a gingerbread. So true. I am traumatized by Left 4 Dead 2, Gary's Mod, and Half-Life 2 workshops because of all the questionable. Understandable. I'll be the one to tell you there's no better feeling than clutching a 1v3 to people who are Yep. It's why I liked watching the Minecraft Championship tournament so much, because sometimes there would be just one person left on a team who's playing Dodgebolt, and they managed to kill the entire opponent team. It's beautiful.
The 1v3 moments are amazing. But also, sometimes there are people on the team of the streamer I watch who are people I don't like.
Yep.
And so it's very difficult to
enjoy it as much, because it's someone you're not a fan of,
when you can't stand the guy. It's one guy in particular, and he's also the one choosing the teams, and so, like, yeah. Also, I think that if you're going to be the one choosing the teams, you probably shouldn't be the one playing.
Participating.
Or people think it's rigged. Yeah.
Every time someone brings up Gmod, I get pissed. Frickin' Nintendo sued the hell out of Gmod because people made Mario levels with Mario models.
Yeah. Nintendo's getting sued, by the way.
Yup.
In Brazil, because the bricking for Nintendo Switch 2 violates their policies, and Nintendo thought they could just get away with it, but no.
Yeah, I remember, so I go to a game store every week, and I've sort of become friends with the employees. At least I talk to them often enough that they, like, recognize me and we chat.
You're a regular.
I'm a regular, essentially, yeah. And one of the employees asked me, oh yeah, are you getting the Switch too? And I was like, no. I don't like the idea that they'll brick my game if they think I'm modding it. And I tend to drop things and try to fix them myself often. And I don't want a device that'll get bricked if I try and fix, like, a tiny issue with it. And he just seemed a little like, oh. And I'm like, yeah, thumbs up. It's because I was buying a secondhand copy of Brilliant Diamond because I grew up playing, I had a copy of Diamond when I was, like, first playing Pokemon, like, at the age of 10, if not younger. So it's like, I just have vague memories of playing Diamond when I was really little, and man, it's just the nostalgia factor. And also the fact that Barry is my favorite rival. He's so stupid, affectionate.
Yes.
By technicality, wait. I love playing a game where I can have Bill Nye, Hatsune Miku, and Papyrus fighting against Saul Goodman. Yeah, that's fair. By all technicality, no matter what society you live in, you don't own a damn thing. All governments can take things away from... That's very true. Let me quick...
let me fix a stick drift real quick. Bricked.
Yup.
Yeah.
I understand, bro. I also get pissed off over the Nintendo's Gmod workshop. Honestly, yeah.
And apparently they're still trying to sue the hell out of Pal World, and I'm just like...
Bro, just leave it alone.
Okay.
It's just Pokemon with guns. You're not gonna win. They're just gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, there's... I'm pretty sure that's kind of the reason why, the last couple of Monster Prom games have very heavily begun to, like, swap out their
names, yeah.
verbiage. Yeah. It went from Instagram to Momentgram and TikTok to TalkTalk and stuff like that. Big Switch is getting bricked too. Yeah. Like, yeah. Just don't want to get sued by bigger companies. But also, like, sometimes you just gotta let it go.
Like, I don't understand when big companies that haven't... Like, I just remembered. So there's a post talking about, piracy. And it's like, imagine one day you get a raspberry. And you're really craving raspberries. So you go down to the store that sold raspberries. And you say, can I have a raspberry, please? And they're like, oh, no, we've stopped selling raspberries. And you're like, well, where can I get raspberries? And they say, oh, you can't get raspberries anymore. We've stopped making raspberries. So, but as you're leaving the store, someone says to you, hey, I know where you can get some raspberry seeds. I have extra raspberries. So you go to get them. And you're enjoying your raspberries. And then the big store that sold raspberries is like, hey, what are you doing? You can't sell or have raspberries. Because we own raspberries. And it's like,
no,
but
you don't.
Where am I gonna get raspberries if you don't sell raspberries? That's the thing, is you can't get raspberries anymore. Anyways, this is why piracy is completely legal to me. Because you can't get the stuff any other way. If you can't get it legally, then it's abandonware, and you should be able to get it via other sources.
Uh-huh. Yeah, GM. Nintendo being like, Lamborghini, if you do anything in your own Lamborghini, you get banned and blacklisted from ever buying it. Either Frog or Lambo for gore.
It's one of the two.
Yeah. I remember people complaining about getting a Cybertruck. Because, yeah, it basically was like, I could never get rid of this Cybertruck, or, like, they'll sue me for selling it. I can't even return it. And I'm like, well, damn. Okay.
Just damn. But yeah, no, like, alright, already off to a bad start as soon as you said Cybertruck. Every time I see one in the streets of my city, we get horrible, horrible winters. Like, we're talking the streets need to be salted daily to be drivable. And I'm seeing people going around on, like, Cybertrucks, and I'm just like, oh, buddy, you're gonna get rust. You're gonna get so much rust. Why did you get that in our environment?
Also, the way you started it, every time I see a Cybertruck in my area, we get bad winters.
No.
Like,
Yeah, no, we already
bro.
have. I'm not saying the Cybertrucks are the reason for bad winters. I'm just saying, like, we have bad winters. Every time I see one, I remember we have horrible winters. I remember walking in snow up to my knees and it falling into my snow boots. I remember how the bottom of my mom's car doors are rusted, despite rust proofing. And they think that shiny little piece of trash is gonna survive the winter.
It's just really funny to think about every time. Just, oh no, bad winter. I see a Cybertruck.
Only thing I like about Cybertrucks is the gunmetal gray. Exactly, and you can get
Yeah,
your
it's
car
cool.
painted gunmetal gray. There are places where you can get your car customized however the hell you want.
Also, yes, retro play.
Yup.
And yeah, there are reasons why Weird Al said to not watch his movie or biopic or whatever on the original site. Like, literally people just do find it for free. And
I
that's why
can't
you
hug
get a
Grandma,
PC.
there's too many people, no!
No!
There we go, I hugged Grandma! No! Let me...
Yay!
I missed her, no! I hugged the empty
No.
air!
Aw.
But yeah, no, Nintendo suck. Like, I miss the days when they actually cared about, the gamers and the people who would be playing their content.
Yeah, those days are over. They died when the old guy left.
Yep. Think of it like the Prohibition. Yep. Like, I have to pirate a lot of my favorite childhood movies just because they're not, like, on any, like, streaming platform anymore.
They're basically dead media, and so now piracy is the only way you can get it.
Yep. If a Cybertruck sees you, you get several months of fucked up weather.
Yes. Oh, there's an injury law firm
Yes!
that has
Oh.
their information brazenly vinyled onto the side of a Cybertruck in my area. Like, it's their company car.
I can't find the Land Before Time anywhere, so I pirated it. But God, every time I think about, like, Cybertrucks and Teslas, I'm reminded of the time, like, I was in my driving class, online, video stuff. And the teacher was like, okay, everyone, come up with your ideal car, and tell me why you, like, what things you want in your ideal car. And I was like, I want it to be drivable, and I want it to get me where I'm going, even in bad weather. And someone was like, I want a self-driving car. And the teacher was like, this is a driving class. Why do you want a self-driving car? And then someone else was like, I want a Cybertruck. It's the best car ever. And I am so glad that I was muted, because I let out the world's ugliest laugh.
Yeah.
And someone
Every
else...
time that it...
Hmm?
Oh, go ahead.
And, like, someone else was like, I want a Tesla. And I'm like, oh, girly. Oh, girly, in this political landscape? In this political landscape? Anyway, what were you saying?
Yeah, the kids that I've worked with lately, have been really divided on the whole Tesla Cybertruck front.
Mm-hmm.
And one group of kids is like, oh my gosh, a Cybertruck, I saw one. I'm like, okay, cool, awesome. Another group of kids is like, definitely split, but only on the Cybertruck side. And not realizing that Teslas are also
yeah, the same.
Cybertruck is also a Tesla. It's the square rectangle problem.
Mm-hmm.
One kid will look for Teslas on his way home,
Mm-hmm.
and then proudly announce the amount that he found.
Aww.
And then he'll go, yeah, I want a Tesla when I grow up. I'm like, okay, cool. Then we'll see a Cybertruck, and he goes, Cybertrucks are so ugly, I hate them. I would never buy a Cybertruck. And the other kid's like, yeah, I think they look pretty cool, actually. Like, my brother's thinking of getting one, and I'm like, okay. And just like with politics, I've had to put an end to discussing them at all.
Yeah.
While we're there, because otherwise it will get into a very heated, well, I like it, well, I don't. Why do you like it? Why don't you like it?
But yeah, God, I remember I had something to say, but my brain blanked. Oh yeah, I just remembered. So I watch Ali Spagnola. She does outrageous craft. Like, literally, if it's an outrageous craft idea, she'll love it. Like, the weirder the craft, the better. And one of, someone from Punished Props, which is a prop maker, asked her to make an Arby's logo to replace the Tesla logo on his car.
Hell yeah.
He was like, I wanted something that is not divisive. I didn't want something extremely positive, because even if it's extremely positive, there's always going to be people with extremely negative opinions of it. And, he literally went out and polled people, like, hey, logos, what do you think of these things based off of these logos? And, Arby's was the one with the most neutral response to it.
Bruh. I love
So,
Arby's.
She 3D printed a Arby's logo and also hand drew one with a 3D pen and stuck them on the car where the Tesla logos were.
Hell yeah.
And the man got stopped multiple times by different people who just looked at it and laughed and smiled. And honestly, beautiful.
This is no longer a Tesla brand. This is an Arby's brand.
Exactly.
I wonder if Arby's has seen this.
Honestly, it would be funny if they had.
Like, hey, you were the most neutral of all the options, so I my car is now a U car. And they're like, cool, dude, we'll make a cardboard and ketchup and Arby's sauce recreation of it and put it on our social media, 'cause that's what they do. Uh, it's very fun. Um, that would be so fun. Just
It would be.
it circles back to that. You know, looking back on the chat,
Mm-hmm.
I also can't find the Land Before Time anymore, because now we have time. So
But yeah, no, I have some, like, favorite old Disney movies that, like, I used to be like, man, it would be so cool if they made a live-action remake, but seeing how they've just been, like, scraping the original, like, found family meanings from all of their movies lately, please don't put your grubby hands on Atlantis, the Lost Empire, or Treasure Planet. Please, I'm begging.
they would make it about how capitalism is the best thing ever, and that you should never go against the grain. Ever.
They'd be like, oh, the guy who kind of adopts him and becomes his father? Yeah, no, True Criminal was only using him for the value he could pose. It's not because he grew a soft spot for him. They'd just totally remove the fact that he got a soft spot for him or something. And,
or they'd remove that he's a villain at all.
Yep. Which is a shame, because that's, like, a huge part of the story. Or, like, Atlantis, the Lost Empire, they'd remove Milo just wanting to, like, discover a culture.
They'd remove Milo.
They'd remove Milo, who's the main character! Honest to God, get the most basic electric car instead, and stick the most diesel-ass logo on it and confuse the shit out of people! Yes!
With the Ram logo.
Oh. Where did you go? Oh, you're way behind me,
I had
okay.
to collect the candles. All at once.
Yeah,
'cause
that's
I'm not
fair.
going back up there 3 separate times. No thank you.
Ram logo on a Cybertruck! I want a live action car and I just want to hear honking for an hour and a half!
Live action cars, but it's just the beginning of La La Land where they're in traffic.
Oh my god. Vienna, I used to be like, oh, it would be so sick to see, like, them do full effects for all of the, like, alien races. That would be so cool. And then now I'm just like, please no. Please no. God, please
That's
no.
what stage plays are for. Honestly.
Honestly,
If you don't want them to touch anything, stage play.
Treasure Planet the stage play would go hard as fuck. Give me Treasure Planet the musical, please.
Do not make it a jukebox musical, please. There was one that an old friend and I watched, like a couple years ago. That was about 2 like fairy factions.
Oh god.
Where one of them was good fairies that were like in the light, and then the other one was like evil fairies in the darkness and stuff, and you weren't supposed to go into the dark forest, but then like one of the princesses gets kidnapped. And it just did not fit. Like the musical bit completely clashed with anything they were trying to do, and I was like, oh, this is why I've never heard of this.
We got the car movie series now. Where's the series guns? to say something, but I'm afraid of asking, and it's... Is 9/11 Chronicle in the Cars and Planes universe? You mean, is it canonical?
I believe it might be canonical,
Yeah, basically if they have, like, heavy airport security, TSA, like we have nowadays, then 9/11 is canon. Because 9/11 is why we have TSA.
Then again... Wait, no.
Hitler was a Volkswagen! No!
Yeah, German car.
Yeah, that's fair, but oh my god.
Well, also, to be fair, the man was Austrian, but still.
Yeah.
I was
Welcome
gonna say
back
something
to
about,
Unhinged.
well, the Queen died, so Cars 3 can't be canon, but it came out before she died, so...
Yep. I'm back. Welcome back to the most unhinged conversations of all time.
There are hinges somewhere.
They're somewhere. I just think I might have misplaced them. I can't seem to find where I put them. But, like, my brain just imagined, like, Treasure Planet the Musical. With, like, Epic the Musical level, like, music would be awesome. Like, I'm imagining a leitmotif for, like, Jim, and a leitmotif for, like, Captain Amelia. Maybe a leitmotif, like, for even the background characters, like the, second in command.
Mm-hmm.
I forget his name, but he, like, literally gets dragged off the ship into a black hole. And, like, honestly, that'd be sick as hell. You could have, like, a leitmotif for, Scroop, the fucking one of the mutineers that, like, is a major villain.
Everybody.
Exactly! And you could do a lot of really good stuff with that. Was there a Cars Auschwitz? Oh dear God.
We don't know. We're not gonna figure it out.
Yeah, let's not.
That goes a little too far.
My brain just went, the song Storm from Epic the Musical, except it's the solar flare scene from Treasure Planet.
Epic the Musical, but it's all Muppets except for Poseidon.
Except for Poseidon, except for, like, the gods, who are just, like, giant, except for just Poseidon.
Just Poseidon. Everyone else. He is the one token human.
The one token human has, like, the world's harshest, like, rivalry with Kermit Odysseus.
Who do you think would be Aphrodite? It's Miss Piggy.
No, Penelope would be Miss Piggy. Because it makes sense. Like, looking at...
Gonzo Odysseus.
Gonzo Odysseus! Oh my god!
Gonzo Odysseus!
Gonzo Odysseus! Okay, I'm confused now. Welcome! We're unhinged here! I like Athena. Agreed! But my brain is just like, got the Muppets doing Storm, just Storm! The likes of which we've never seen before! And it's just the Muppet mouths opening and closing. I want the movie Ready Player One, but every character is Muppet. You should read the book. The book was so good. I read the book long before the movie came out, and I remember being so disappointed by the movie, because it removed multiple important plot points, as well as, like, changed most of them. Like, they could have just made a generic video game movie, but they went, no, it's Ready Player One, and instead of the main character being broke, he has money to spend on microtransactions. And, instead of this character, like, being like this, she's just a classic cute female girl. And instead of him going into debt and shaving his head and all this, He just gets to be happy and go through the challenges.
Yeah, chat, Jupe has very complex feelings about Ready Player One.
I have very complex feelings about any movie adaptation that completely changes the themes and plot.
But especially Ready Player One, because this comes up every time.
Every time we talk about adaptations, because I am very mad about it, because I love retro video games. And they removed all the retro video games from Ready Player One. And I will forever be mad about it. This is the hill I will die on.
Is this the hill you're going to kill on, though?
Yes, it is also the hill I will kill on. I will spill so much blood on this hill. I want Ready Player One, but every character is a sky moth and they're getting server problems. Okay, thinking of that with, like, the context of the original book, just like, yes, the joust tournament from, like, the first challenge, except instead of winning by swapping places, the Lich just gets server merged.
Okay, you said server challenges, server issues?
Server problems,
server
yeah.
problems, and I'm in the little citadel area of.
We got separated, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm like towards the end where all the plants grow. And I was trying to get the butterflies, and then I slipped and just landed on my back as you said server problems.
Yo, why am I lagging? Why am I lagging? Exactly. But yeah, no, read the Ready Player One book. It's a bit more mature themes, but, like, I think the movie was literally just them taking the concept of the book and trying to make it so kids could watch it.
Or so that it would be relatable to the audience.
No, also make it so kids could watch it, because, dear God.
Well, yeah, but also relatable to the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are some things that, like, a bunch of people will never have.
Mm-hmm. Like, there were things in the book that I had never known about, like, for example, the cabinet game Joust. And a lot of other things, like, the first Easter egg in a video game was part of the plot.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, like, it made me want to look into it more. Because it was fascinating to learn about video game history like that. Controversial, I have never watched or read Ready Player One.
I have seen it once, and that's it.
Honestly, I don't care if you've never watched it or read it. I just care that, like, if you, like, are gonna watch it and praise it for the story, and you're old enough to, like, I would recommend, like, at least being, like, 16 if you're gonna read the book because of some of the themes that are in it. But, like, if you're old enough to read it and you want to, I would highly recommend it before, like, you start praising the movie because, dear God, the beauty of the book. I own the Lost World book. Ooh. Not sure if you know the feeling, but what would you do if someone broke into your house and you were on a 10-game lose streak where your team was always to blame because you were always MVP? I would ditch my party. Like, I would scream into my mic like I was being murdered. Turn off my computer. Grab, like, because I have a curtain rod. A solid wood curtain rod in my room. I would grab that and I'd go hunting. Because whoever broke in there just so happened to come in on the worst day.
Okay, note to self. Set up for surprise party when you're gone.
But, like, we're talking, like, late night, someone... Have you ever read Restart Wonder and The One and Only Ivan? I read The One and Only Ivan, and I read Wonder. Wonder was, like, required reading at one point, like, in my school year. I've never heard of Restart, though.
I've heard of The One and Only Ivan. I have heard of Wonder the movie, but never heard of Restart.
But yeah, no, if I was on a 10-game lose streak, and I was the MVP, and, like, the others were making me lose, I would fake, like, having someone, like, grab me on mic. I would turn off my computer, and whoever came into the house would be on the receiving end of my crash out if they broke in.
Once again, not planning a surprise party.
There you are, jeez. But yeah, no, like, I've always been curious about having a surprise party, speaking of, I would just want to be, like, notified, like, oh, hey, like, there's someone at the house, but, like, if you're, like, breaking into the house late at night when I'm alone, that's when you're getting bashed. I hate what my friend in Sky said, if I ever go to a furry con, I'm gonna dress as a... No! That's just mean! Because furries are genuinely some of the nicest people. Like, at least the ones that go out to cons in, like, full costume are some of the nicest people you will meet.
There has been drama in the furry community lately, and I've been getting this from YouTube thumbnails.
Oh, no.
But apparently, Anthrocon had a rule where you couldn't have, like, an inch of human skin showing.
No! Oh, come on. That's just exclusionary. I know there's quite a few people who do partial suits out there. And I've seen some really unique and cute ones. Restart is a bully falls and hits his head and gets amnesia, so he gets a new personality and restarts his life as a kinder person, becomes friends with his #1 victim. Huh. I remember...
That... I would honestly look into who the author was, because that sounds very similar to a story from the Book of Mormon.
Oh yeah,
Eerily similar.
Yeah. A book I would recommend that was part of, like, my required reading for a while, like, at school, was called A Taste for Monsters. And I think it was about...
propaganda.
No, it was about the Elephant Man, I believe, which was the guy who ended up with all the growths, and he was still, like, a wonderful, like, human being. But, like, he was malformed, and people were scared of him. I have destroyed my nervous system by eating 3 Warheads Extreme Sours, then drinking orange juice!
No.
Probably the same with me. I have 2 swords in my room, one of which has a dull metal blade and palastical handle, and a wooden scabbard. Hell yeah. Though it gets pretty messed up involving him in the past throwing explosives into a piano and seriously injuring his victim. Dear God. It's pretty... Okay, yeah, no, I need to get my... I want a proper sword. I have a ceremonial rapier sword that, it's a family heirloom, and I love it. It's so pretty and so fancy, but it is not conceivably weapon-like in any way other than vague shape. And I have always wanted, like, a proper sword to put on the mantle, because I have a fake fireplace. And I want my living room to look like it belongs in, like, a fancy alchemist's spire. Katana from a family friend. My family asked me what I wanted for my birthday recently. Oh, fair, we got a name of the author. It's Good Corman.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
But... yeah, they were asking me what I wanted, so I said either a ship in a bottle kit, or like a model ship kit, or a sword. They got me neither. It was like, yeah, what do you want? Can I have a sword, or like a model ship? You get nothing! Okay. I'm still a little salty about it. I feel like they could have said, those aren't quite in our budget, is there anything else? And I would have been like, oh, okay. The front picture of the book is a pair of glasses with unbroken lens.
Chuba got stuck in the bouncing animation.
One game I would suggest, I would say Okami, because I love the way it looks with it, like an old Japanese painting and amazing character designs. I think I've seen a couple gifs of it, actually. I am afraid I don't recognize that name. Sode no Shiriaki Shikai. What type of building style do you prefer? Modern, old, castles, forest, futuristic, or any other? I'm really into,
Depends on the castle.
Yeah, it depends on the castle. I'm a big fan of, like, you know, like, maximalist, like, Howl's Moving Castle, like, Howl's Room, like, Victorian stuff I'm a real big fan of. Basically, I want people to step into my house and feel like they've walked into, like, you know how amusement park queues where they've put a lot of attention into detail? I want something like that. I want my house to feel like you've walked into a fantasy world. That is the dream. Ah, from Bleach. Oh, things are really loud. Oh, that's why my headset was so loud. It had scrolled itself up to 100.
Oh.
I was like, that's why I'm
Instead
yelling.
of all the way down to 0.
Yep.
Like it was the other day.
Except this one was temporary. To be fair, the scroll wheel on my headset is right at the bottom of one of the cups, which means I often hit it with my shoulder. Sode no Shirayuki is from Bleach. Yeah, I figured. Based off of XT General's comment. I just want a suburban yeah, that's fair. Japanese is actually a tough building choice. True, but it's also very beautiful. Honestly, a lot of architectural styles are fascinating for different reasons. Oh yeah, when people show those old, I forget the name, craftsman homes. Whenever I see a beautiful craftsman home, ugh. Those are just so pretty. The amount of detail that goes into those. I want a bunk Agreed. The only problem is other people's feet hanging in your face. I had my bed Japanese-ish for a while. Do you mean like you had your mattress on the ground, or did you have like an actual futon? Since my pronouns are king dragon, I'm stuck between castle and Japanese castles with dragons and stuff. I had my mattress on the floor.
Gordon Corman, okay. Not good Corman.
I wouldn't recommend keeping your mattress on the floor for long in general, though. Like, it's just not good for your mattress. It needs air on the bottom, or at least not to be on the ground all the time.
You know how my brain does that thing where it just cuts off sentences?
Yup. I've had that happen to me multiple times.
Yeah, I'd recommend not keeping your mattress.
I recommend not keeping your mattress. Aren't Japanese beds mobile? Yes, they are, actually. Because then you can kind of, like, put them up out of the way so you can use the room during the day. It's now in wood because I break metal frames. Mine's in, like, a hand-me-down metal frame. And then we have, like, this ancient, like, painted wood frame bed. in one of the other rooms with, like, the world's hardest mattress because they don't make mattresses in that size anymore. And they're like, yeah, that's the guest room. And I'm like, can't I just use the room? And they're like, no, you have to have a guest room. Because we're too cheap to get a hotel. Controversial opinion, I love the cold and hate the heat. Not controversial, just facts. I sleep curled up in a ball. I sleep curled up in a ball too! Well, sometimes. My sleeping position varies. I either lay on my back like a corpse, lay on my stomach like a body that drowned in water, curled up against something, or, like a rag doll that someone dropped from a very great height.
I love the specific drowned in water.
Yeah, I mean, like,
'Cause it's
fully
funny to think of, like,
face down.
drowning in other things.
Yeah, like, fully face down, arms just placed however, maybe head resting on the arm. And also, I love sleeping in cold rooms. Like, I miss the air conditioner I had, because I could get my room, like, late night fall air temperature in the middle of a heat wave. And I miss that. Because the damn thing broke, because it's at least 2 decades old. I'm not a teddy bear king, but sometimes I like grabbing a large Exactly.
Pillow good.
Pillow good. Giant plushie also good. I have a giant Marill plushie. And that thing is so round. Oh, Chat, you saw what just happened in Sky, right?
I look down at my phone at just the right time and I see what my brain can only comprehend as making reality lasagna.
Exactly. Oh, I like it when my room is slightly warm in the winter. But, like, I love it when my room is cold. Because I love burying myself in blankets. And if I try and do that when my room isn't ice cold, I wake up as if I just came out of a pool. When are you making a Jube plushie? I'm ready to scam people to get one. I'm waiting to, like, get a few more subs because, at least while we have minimal subs like this, they're gonna be handmade, and I want confirmation of, like, how many I need to make.
Yeah.
Honest to God, I'm moving to very northern Alaska. I love the winter because you can bundle up to prevent it. However, you cannot remove more clothes than normal to stay cool. Exactly. Like, when it's too hot, you can't peel off your skin to cool yourself down more.
Are you sure?
I'm fairly sure. Oh, we got someone in chat called Crow the Sky Kid. Hello, you've joined 10 minutes before the end of stream.
And now, we're about to do the thing that Jube dreads the most.
No, not the rhythm game! I have no clue how I have
Music
8
time.
subs more than you, but you make better content than I have. Yeah, it's because, I only do streams. And
Unless they have
therefore,
to go out of town.
Unless I have to go out of town, which I will be dropping one, later this month. A couple. Yeah, that's because our streams, like, start about almost 3 hours ago. So it's pretty easy to miss the beginnings if you only get on, like, around 10:30 our time.
Pacific time. No, not Pacific.
EST. EST.
EST, yes. Complete opposite. Really bad if you get on at 10:30 Pacific time, because that's like hours after stream ends.
Yeah.
Sorry, chat. Cool.
I will plug the Discord, because I always put announcements in there when stream's about to start. We usually put the Discord in the description of the videos. It's the easiest way to join. Ah yes, the rhythm minigame I never do. Yep, I like doing it, but it's also pain. Hold on. I'm just curious how, because I make only really blocky 3D models into shorts. No clue. I'm guessing people are just fascinated by 3D models.
Also, shorts. That's how.
Also shorts, yeah. Shorts are huge, and I just don't have the energy to make shorts, honestly.
Yeah, that requires sewing.
Last time I made a pair of shorts, they did not fit a human. Because I had no idea how to make shorts. Honestly, yeah, one thing I've wanted to use to help me make shorts is honestly just like figuring out what people would find funny for me to at least clip. I've had one saved up for like actually over a year now that I've been trying to figure out if I should make it into a short, but it's a wide video. Cat shorts. Honestly, if I had like a cat or something, that would be so easy. Just monetize cat videos.
As we see with Nanaki and his lack of brain cell.
Yep. Gotta focus.
Yeah, I will be back probably not before the end of stream. Maybe though.
We'll see.
We'll see.
This is the busiest chat we've had in a while, though. Oh, this person joined me right as the song ended. I'm so sorry, Rando. That's how my parents have so many views, because we have 12 cats. My cat is too disobedient to be a content cat. After this, I'm going to get into TikTok or YouTube Shorts, because I always get trapped by those. Is 12 cats too much? I think so. That's an awful lot of cats. That might be actually too many cats. Anyway, I have wanted to figure out how to play. One is already a lot of work if they hate being cats. Now you have 12, yes. I had a cat. He just got real old. He hated me, though, because when we got him, I was a very young child, and I had watched, Oliver and Friends. You know, the movie that's basically Oliver, but with a little orange cat instead. And the little cat loves getting dressed up. I think you can imagine how this would happen. I basically just tried to, like, do what I thought were nice things for the cat, but to him were, essentially bullying. And so, for at least a decade, this cat and I were mortal rivals. Cats don't like being dressed up. Tell that to, like, little baby me. Little baby me didn't know that, because little baby me had watched animated movies where, like, someone puts a bow on a cat, and the cat is really happy about having a bow put on them. I know much better. Like, I knew much better once I started getting into my teens. But, like, man. I use they, them pronouns, as a reminder. Cat was top hat. I wish. But yeah, no, I prefer to not have things I crash out on. Though one thing I might play on stream that we might get a comedic crash out with is, Haste. It's essentially it's sort of like, Sonic, but, like, really close third person. And, really, really fast. Like, you need to go fast to survive. And the worlds are collapsing behind you as you run. And, honestly, it's a really fun game. But I start laughing like a maniac whenever I get really locked in. Wait, how about Mario Kart? Not sure, but it would be fun. I'm not that good at it, though. World or 8 Deluxe. Big shrug. I just remember playing Mario Kart once. I don't remember which version it was, and, being really bad at it. Who's good at Mario Kart? Not sure. Oh god. Man, no, I'm a gamer who did not grow up with a Wii system. My first and only console was a DS Lite. And I never played multiplayer games. So you can understand how that's shaped my game preferences and game skills. I prefer games that I'm capable of doing in single player that might have some challenge, but, like, I'm not going to get my ass kicked for being a, like, first-time player. I play the Game Boy Advance Pokemon game SD. Wait, Shining Diamond? Nope, because that wouldn't be... Who remembers the PlayStation Portable? I never had one, but I know about it because of a Madoka Magica game that one of my friends was playing. That apparently was a PlayStation Portable exclusive. Yeah, no, I was raised on, like, Pokemon... Yeah, that's what PSP stands for. PlayStation Portable. I play the Game Boy Advance Pokemon games on tablet. I have a really old DS Lite, and I've bought, like, second-hand game cards from people. I have copies of Sapphire, Emerald, and Ruby. Ruby was the first one I got, and honestly, S tier game. Anyway, it is 10:32, so I should be ending stream now. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you all in the next stream. We have the official Discord where we post information about the next streams and all that, so you can easily catch up. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next stream. Goodbye!